WWE Clash of Champions is this Sunday, and one of the biggest matches on the card is Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Nakamura and Randy Orton. If Zayn and Owens lose, they are fired from all of WWE with Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan as a special guest referees. So let's get the predictions underway. The first match we have is the Bludgeon Brothers, which is Eric Rowan and Luke Harper versus the Fashion Police. That is Fandango and Tyler Breeze. I have the Bludgeon Brothers winning. They've been building up to be these monster guys, and it would make no sense for them to lose. Breezango has done a pretty good job in their current role. I mean, they haven't done a lot with them, even though I think that they should do way more with them because the crowd seems to, people are behind these guys with the whole fashion files, the whole vignettes they have. People are behind these guys, yet they're not really doing anything with them. They're being fed to Harper and Rowan, but I do have those Harper and Rowan winning this match. Next, we have the tag team title match. It's the Usos versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin versus the New Day versus Rusev and Aiden English in a fatal four-way tag team turmoil, whatever it is. Just when they have a bunch of teams facing each other in the ring at the same time, it's a complicated spot fest here and there. Anyway, I have them Thugs winning. I don't see Gable and Benjamin. They just don't, they don't come off to me as like they don't seem that interesting to me. I mean, it's just basically Gable and Jason Jordan 2.0. It's American Alpha 2.0. They don't have, they can wrestle, but they don't have charisma. They don't have a personality. They can't, really do much other than wrestle. And Rusev and English, I like Rusev a lot. And Aiden English is basically just Elias. They have the same gimmick. They're just on different brands. So I have the Usos retaining the tag titles. Next, we have the United States Championship match. It is Baron Corbin versus Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler was kind of inserted at not the last minute, but kind of out of nowhere. I've thought about this. At first, I said I think Corbin would retain, but now that Dolph Ziggler's in this, it makes me feel like he might eat a pin. But it could go either way. I mean, Corbin could just pin Ziggler, makes sense, or Bobby Roode could pin Ziggler, he wins. After thinking about it, I have Bobby Roode winning. It makes sense. It's a triple threat. The crowd, they love his entrance, and I'm pretty sure they love Bobby Roode. I have Bobby Roode winning the United States Championship here. Next, we have Charlotte versus Natalya for the Women's Championship in a lumberjack match. Charlotte as a champion is way better than Natalya as champion. I do not care for Natalya as a champion. So I have Charlotte retaining because Natalya as champion is just very, very not interesting. It's like, I don't want to see her champion. I don't care for her as champion. I'd rather see Charlotte be champion. I think she'll retain the title. I just don't want to see Natalya be women's champion because she's just not interesting as champion. Next, we have the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal. I have Styles retaining. This is Jinder's first match since losing his title. Not the first match since losing the title, but this first title match, not as champion. AJ Styles is going to retain the title. WWE kind of dropped the ball with Mahal a little bit, not too much. They didn't book him the way he should have been booked as champion. He should have been this monster heel champion that destroyed everybody. But they just made him a cowardly heel, which isn't going to work with a guy of Jinder Mahal's physique, or it shouldn't work because we should believe that he can destroy anybody who steps into the ring against him. I have AJ retaining the title. And the final match is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton and Nakamura with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon as the special guest referees. If Owens and Zayn lose, they are fired from all of WWE, which means if They're not just fired from SmackDown. They can go to Raw. They're fired from all of it. I have Owens and Zayn winning. I mean, I don't. They're obviously not going to lose. There's obviously going to be some sort of shenanigans, some sort of like Daniel Bryan accidentally, not accidentally interferes, but he interferes and helps Owens and Zayn win like on accident, or maybe Daniel Bryan just straight up turns on Shane McMahon. I don't think that's going to happen. But I do think that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to win. Sami Zayn is a million times better as a heel with Kevin Owens. As a babyface, I do not care for Sami Zayn, and I like the role they have. I have Owens and Zayn retaining with shenanigans from either Daniel Bryan or Shane McMahon. Something's going to happen. It's going to cost Orton and Nakamura the match, and that's basically my WWE Clash of Champions predictions. Hopefully it's a good pay-per-view.